All right, if you have breakouts, then you've probably dealt with acne scarring, redness, hyperpigmentation, those dark spots. And the next question you probably asked was, how can I prevent this from leaving a mark the next time I have a breakout? Well, you're in luck because you came into this video and we're gonna actually talk about some things you can do that will help prevent future acne scars. So stick around for these top 5 methods. Before we jump into that, I just want to mention that if you are dealing with active breakouts right now, you should absolutely check out my acne program because it's helped literally hundreds of people fully eliminate their acne, just like Savannah Lee did, and it can help you too. It's www.theacnemethod.com. I'll also leave a link below. Now, let's get into this video. When you go searching through the internet, it can actually be pretty hard to find information on this topic. Most of the time, articles are addressing what you can do after you already have the scars, like laser treatments and dermastamp treatments, but we're looking to prevent the scars from ever happening in the first place. So, without further ado, let's just start with number 1. Okay, we're starting with the most obvious one first. When you have a pimple, do not pop it. Don't pick at it, don't scratch at it, don't push on it with both your fingers. This is absolutely the best way for you to guarantee a scar afterwards. Now, like I said, everyone's skin is different, so not everyone has a good reaction to this. So the other thing that you can do is to lance it with a sterilized acne lancet or a needle going in at a sideways angle. Do not apply pressure to get the white out after you lance it. That leads to getting too exuberant, pushing too hard, putting too much pressure on it, and then that leads to a scar. Instead, use a hydrocolloid bandage, which is number 2 on this list. All right, so number 2, hydrocolloid bandages. These are super helpful little patches that you can actually find super cheap at your local drugstores like CVS or Walgreens. I think even like Target has them. So the bandage is hydrophilic, so that means that it sucks up liquid, which helps the pimple go away faster, but even more importantly for our purposes of preventing scars, it provides a moist environment around that pimple that helps the cells regenerate at a faster, a higher rate than they would if they just scabbed over and dried up over and over again. And this reduces the chance of hyperpigmentation, those dark spots that you get, and also scarring, that skin texture that you don't want to have after a pimple. You can actually reapply these, which is really cool. So sometimes I'll use 2 or 3 over a few days, depending on how big that pimple is and how much of that fluid that I can pull out with just one. Okay, now moving on to number 3. This is the most important one for people who tend to have dark spots, hyperpigmentation. People who have a darker skin tone generally have to worry about this more after a pimple pops up. Apply sunscreen religiously. Already you should be wearing SPF 30 or higher on your face every single day, but when you have an active pimple or an active breakout that you don't want to turn into a dark spot, it's super important that you apply a good amount of sunblock. Now, even with sunblock, with that SPF on your face, you should still avoid direct sunlight hitting your face, hitting those pimples. And if you have to be out, wear a protective hat, make sure that the sun isn't hitting your face directly, and reapply the sunblock every 2 or 3 hours to make sure that you're getting as little UV rays on that pimple as possible, because if not, your tyrosinase and your melanin are going to swarm that pimple and cause a dark spot. Now, AHAs, alpha hydroxy acids, and vitamin C are number 4 on this list. And while these are literally your best friends for after you already have acne scarring, redness, or dark spots, they're also super helpful for preventing the scarring from happening in the first place. So one of my favorite websites, it's called Healthline. It's a medically reviewed blog, which means that a doctor will go through all of these articles and curate them to make sure that they're accurate. They had some really interesting things to say about AHA, alpha hydroxy acid. They said, skin cell turnover from exfoliating glycolic and lactic acids can even reduce acne scars. And then they also wrote in that article that AHAs promote skin cell turnover. New skin cells are evenly pigmented. In theory, long-term use of AHAs may reduce skin discoloration by encouraging the old discolored skin cells to turn over. We also already know from a ton of other studies that they promote collagen regrowth and they're powerful exfoliators, both things that help improve skin texture, but also the evenness of the skin, which leads to less of that acne scarring that you're trying to prevent. Now, vitamin C, on the other hand, is extremely effective for improving redness, or erythema is what it's called. So if you tend to get red spots that stick around for months after you have a pimple or breakout, if you have a lot of redness in general, you're doing a disservice by not applying vitamin C C daily as soon as you have those pimples pop up. So taking a look at Healthline again, they write about vitamin C that vitamin C is anti-inflammatory, so it may help reduce redness and swelling related to acne when used topically. Thus, it may improve the appearance of acne lesions. And the less inflamed your acne is, the less large your scars are going to be after. And then also in that same article they wrote, moreover, vitamin C acts as a brightening agent and can reduce the appearance of darkened spots without changing the natural color of your skin. So they cited that with a ton of different studies to back these statements up. And vitamin C is probably one of the most researched ingredients that has a huge amount of science behind the results. Vitamin C and a powerful AHA like glycolic acid can help massively in preventing acne scars, erythema, that redness, and dark spots, hyperpigmentation. My favorite two choices for both of those are on my website, which is just named www.teamacne.com after this channel, which has all of my product recommendations. So go check that out if you want to see what I suggest for HAs and vitamin C. Okay, finally, number 5, doing things to reduce the amount of breakouts that you have and the amount of active acne that you have is probably the most effective way to prevent future acne scars. Now I know this is probably the most obvious thing and it's probably easier said than done, but look into the different methods of improving your acne, such as using retinoids like adapalene gel, which is something that I personally use, benzoyl peroxide cleansers, making dietary changes, and also making lifestyle changes that help improve your skin. Now, when it comes to getting your acne breakouts under control, there are so many factors and everybody's skin is different. What we react to is different. So everybody's personal treatment is also going to be very different. So there's not just like 3 things that I can tell you to stop breaking out, but I do have a video, I'll put it in the top right corner of this video, with 5 unique things to help to try and improve your acne that's helped a lot of people. Again, I'll link it as a card, but I'll also put it in the description below so you can check that out. But some super base level things that can help with breakouts are the things I already mentioned in this video, but also reducing sugary foods, reducing your dairy intake, and reducing your alcohol intake, as well as trying to improve your sleep, avoid touching your face at all, and also moisturizing properly. And like I said earlier, check out my acne program because it very thoroughly breaks down everything that you can do to find out what's going to personally work best for you so that you can come up with the best strategy to eliminate your own acne. All right, so there we have it. The top 5 things that can help prevent acne scars and marks from happening in the first place. There are probably another 5 or more different things that I could add to this video. So if you have anything that you'd like to add, put them below in the comments. It'll help a ton of other people. And if you want me to make a follow-up video on this one, let me know and I will absolutely make a part 2. If you're dealing with acne scars and marks that you already have, you should probably check out my favorite skincare brand. It's called Banish. You absolutely will see amazing results. I personally had some pretty bad acne scars and I saw a huge improvement from using them for a little over a year, maybe a year and a half now. I have a discount code, it's Brian5. It'll get you $5 off orders of 50 or more. I'll put a link below this video so you can just click that. And if you're new here to the channel, subscribe with the notification bell, of course, so you get notifications when new videos go up. But also take a look around this channel because this channel is filled with super high quality videos about acne and skincare that I put tons of time into. It can really help you. It's a free resource and it can really make a big impact on your skin and how you address your acne. So with that, that is it. I love you guys. Remember, you are not alone. You are beautiful and you are part of Team Acne. I'll see you skin bosses in the very next video.